Hi folks, this is Dave with Dave's Hikes, New Mexico. I'm back out to Albuquerque. I was just up at Utah hiking for 5 days actually. Up in Moab area, and I went to Arches National Park. The last time I was up there, I wasn't able to hike the Arches. I spent 7 days up there the last time, and not this last week, but during the COVID, I took off. I went traveling all over the Southwest. To me, the best place to be at is out in the wilderness, away from people. So I took off and I went traveling up through Colorado. I went camping in the middle of the woods, and then I headed up to Utah and spent 7 days hiking. 5 days I spent at Canyonlands hiking. I had blisters on my feet by the end of the 5 days on Canyonlands. And then I left 2 days to go to the Arches National Park. But yeah, you can drive around and see the main areas, but if you really want to go explore and hike, you definitely need more than 2 days. I had only spent 2 days, and then this time I went back and I spent 4 days at Arches National Park exploring and hiking. I did get into one trail that was a little risky for me. It ended up being a harder trail than what I thought. And I'm glad that there was a family out there, and the 2 guys that were in that family helped me climb this giant boulder, because I was looking like a turtle jumping on the giant rock trying to climb it, and I couldn't climb it. So these 2 guys held me and were able to help me to get up on top of it. When people are coming, I turn the camera around, and that way I don't put them on the video. And then, like right there, I was talking, I didn't want to stop, so I just turned around and pointed somewhere else and kept on talking. So I had an awesome time. This time, since it was going to be cold in the mornings, in the low 30s, I was not going to go camping on that temperature. So I decided just to stay in hotels. And since it was the off season, the hotels were very inexpensive. I stayed one night in Blanding, and I hiked around there, and that was $62 a night, including breakfast, which is great. And then the rest of the time I stayed in Moab, and I stayed at La Quinta Hotel, which I do like La Quinta. I pretty much stay there. That's kind of like a middle of the road hotel. Breakfast was awesome. They have so much stuff, but the only thing I eat is the scrambled eggs and the sausage. I don't eat carbs, but they had all kinds of desserts and breads and croissants and all that stuff, but I don't touch any of that stuff anymore. And then I don't pig out either, so I just had a little bit of each morning. I had a little bit more eggs, scrambled eggs, and 2 sausage patties, and then went hiking for the rest of the day. And that's plenty of food for me anymore. And then what I do is at times for lunch, I'll go ahead and have a can of sardines. I do take sardine cans, that way I don't have to refrigerate them, I don't have to worry about them. And I do I don't take them with me on my backpack. I just leave it on my car and my van, and then I come back. 3:41. So I'm gonna head up. I've done this other hike, which is the wilderness hike here. It goes over that mountain there, that ridge. But today I wanted to do a big loop and spend some time out here. Folks, if you like this kind of stuff, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you like, follow me if you like. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments.